What's up guys, what is up, and welcome to another very special video. I know this is like the second day in a row we've had a special video, but today the special video is about an upcoming expansion for Don't Starve called Don't Starve Shipwrecked. So this bad boy is actually going to be releasing, I believe, later this year, like fall/winter or something, and it's made by Klei, the same guys who made Don't Starve, along with the help of another studio. Don't quite have that name on hand or anything, but I got a chance to play it at PAX Prime. This is actually the 12-minute demo you're allowed to play, and we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. So, as you can see, a bunch of cool new things. We can see kind of the little lean-to there, a new type of furnace. We're picking up some fish meat there. About to chop down a tree, and these trees can actually drop coconuts. So I'm gonna chop down the coconut tree next. That'll drop like palm leaves and stuff. And this one's gonna drop some coconuts, which are a new type of food. But yeah, do want to also give a big thank you to the guys at Klei for actually letting me get my laptop, my game capture, and everything set up to actually play this. To my knowledge, this is the first actual time that Shipwrecked was playable, and I got a chance to record it. And I think, from what I saw, I'm the only one who did, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, here you can see us picking up a couple of spear guns, which are one-time use weapons. So we have 3 of them. We can use them 3 times, but holy hell, are they powerful. You can see a jellyfish out there in the distance. I think we can actually catch that with a net, and then the jellyfish does come in handy when it comes to some crafting recipes and stuff. I'm not quite sure what they are on hand, but nonetheless will be handy. Right now, I'm just making sure that we have a campfire, because last time I played the demo, I actually played the demo once before this. I only survived 8 minutes instead of the full 12-minute demo, because I forgot to get fire, and nighttime came a little bit more quicker than expected. Anyways, like I was saying, this game is going to be coming out later this year / expansion. It's going to be a single-player expansion, kind of like Reign of Giants. And the main thing about this is that what it overhauls, the main thing it introduces, is nautical elements to the game, aka water stuff, aka seas and stuff. Because as you can see here, we're currently on an island, and we got to get in between islands to survive. How do we do that? What other way than with boats? So this is actually introducing the boat feature that a lot of people are always like, we want to go into the water and don't starve, you know? Now it's possible. You actually can go into the water, because that's kind of what this entire expansion is based around. And here we're picking up some venom glands that these snakes actually drop. So these are poisonous snakes, and we actually kind of triggered a trap there. And we're about to show off these little harpoon guns here in a sec, as soon as they get in distance. Like, ready, pow! Look at that, 1-hit kill, at least on the snakes. Albeit, I guess they're not the strongest, but still. This harpoon gun is definitely killer, and holy hell, it's kind of badass too. And that snake just ate his friend over there after he got fried, so that was awful. Picking up a spyglass / pure glass here, along with a dope pirate helmet. I love pirate helmets, man. Not helmets, hats. A couple more petals here and there, and then down here, a handy dandy message in the bottle. So what's the message in the bottle do, you might ask? Well, let's go ahead and read it, and it will reveal an X on the map. So these message in the bottles, at least to my knowledge, reveal areas on the map where you can go and find treasure. So of course, we have to pick up the shovel that came along with it, so we can actually utilize everything well, because how are we going to dig up treasure without a shovel? So we need that shovel, and we are going to be heading to our boats here. So, wide variety of boats. This is, I believe, the mid-tier boat. It's a rowboat. As you can see there, we actually have a lantern on it, which I think I'll show off a little bit later. You're using the spyglass, so what the spyglass is good for is you pick a direction, use up, I think, 20% of the spyglass, and it reveals a like triangular kind of section in the general area that you picked, and that's going to be good, because with boats, you don't want to be swimming forever and heading towards nothing. So what happens is it gives you kind of a good sense of what you're heading for, and cool little small detail there, that bottle floats in the water, and gives you a cool little sense of that. There you can actually see a shoal of fish. You can see some mussels there. I believe we can fish if we had a fishing rod, and we could actually catch the mussels with a fishing net. I think I'm getting that right. And then there are also these like coral reef kind of rocks that we can break out in the water if we had a pickaxe, and we would be able to get, I believe, minerals and resources and that type of stuff. Here we're getting ready to disembark upon a new island. And I'm actually going through some of the nautical stuff, because there's an entire new crafting tab dedicated to everything nautical, and you actually could have seen a few of the ships there. There's probably better ships available in the science machine and everything, but you could have kind of, when I moused over them, got a sense of what each ship is. I think there's like a raft, the mid-tier, and then something better than that. But here is the X in the ground We dug up a chest and a couple razor fangs, and we got a bunch of cool things. Got anti-venom there. We got a windbreaker, very handy because it does get windy. Weather is a lot more versatile in this game. A cocoa nade, which you guys will see shown off shortly, and some doubloons, which we are going to be trying to pick up. So these doubloons, I think, are a commodity and can be traded for in some way, shape, or form. And actually, an ancient vase there. That ancient vase has value. I don't know how. I don't quite remember. But I was talking with Corey, the guy over at Klei, and he was helping me out with some of this. And I think there was another guy at Klei actually explaining things. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to retain exactly everything. But that ancient vase and those doubloons will come in handy later on. And this cocoa nade will come in handy right now, because we just blew that thing to smithereens. Sorry, Mr. Monkey. You're currently non-existent. You just got destroyed by a coconut. How's it feel? You know, I would never want to get destroyed by a coconut. That just seems like a bad experience. But we're going ahead, eating up his morsels, and that monkey's kind of looking to chase after us. At this point in time, I thought monkeys were actually hostile, because they're like running towards me. I'm just like, oh no, panic mode. And then turns out that they're actually pretty friendly, despite the fact I just blew their friend to smithereens. They're pretty cool dudes, and I like that. I really do. But yeah, here we are checking out some of these monkey barrels up and around, which I guess are just kind of like the central area that monkeys gather around, or maybe it's where they spawn out of and stuff. But other than that, we are continuing to explore this little forest here, trying to get a general sense of direction where everything is. And that's at this point where these monkeys kind of start following me, and I get a bit hesitant. And we're trying to chop down this tree. The thing about these trees, these kind of like jungle-ish trees with vines and stuff, they have a chance of dropping some interesting things. So there we got some bananas from them, which is a positive, right? They can also drop negative things like venomous snakes, and that is where the anti-venom that we picked up earlier comes in handy. That anti-venom, there you can see a snake actually up to the upper left. The coloring on that snake indicates it's not venomous, it's just a normal snake. The ones that we fought on the last island had venomous colors, and this monkey's following us, which is absolutely terrifying to me. His friend now showed up and kind of followed, but I don't know why this monkey keeps following us. It was scaring the shit out of me. Monkey business. Monkey see, monkey do. Am I right? Anyways, if you do get hit by a poisonous snake, you do get poisoned. And the only way to cure that is by making anti-venom, which I believe can be made from their venomous glands, which they do drop after you kill them. And you need to use a couple other things as well. But we were able to pick up anti-venom there. And the first time I played the demo, which I was not able to record, I actually did get hit by a snake. And the anti-venom was able to cure me right up. I don't think poison... I don't know exactly what status effects it does. I guess like slowly deteriorates your health or something. Maybe something like that. But here, we got a fire. Gonna hold out for the rest of the night. And in the meantime, and you actually saw the monkey there falling asleep, which was kind of, I guess, small little detail. I guess that's one of the animals that will be falling asleep. Now then, I think I take it upon myself to look through some of the menu and just kind of see what's up. Or no, I guess we're just chilling. Yeah, look at that. Nighttime is relatively decent, but I think pretty soon here, the weather system starts coming into play, and you should see, any second now, some winds picking up. There we go. Do you see that? So the weather system is a lot more volatile in Shipwrecked, what it actually does, because we are pretty much in a chain of Caribbean islands, and we're kind of going between them. The Caribbean's known for having pretty spotty weather, and you know, weather can change quickly. As such, there's more than just the basic seasons in this expansion like there was in the past. Now, you have weather, you have storms, which you'll be seeing a little bit later, but these winds actually do pick up. They actually blow things over, right? Like you can see the trees kind of swaying back and forth, and they actually blow items in general directions there. There's some sort of a pigeon, I think. We were trying to chop him up. That didn't work. I think we're gonna finally try and chop up the monkey maybe before we leave. No, we're letting him be. Goodbye, monkey. Thank you for guiding us. And at this point, I remember that the boat lantern, we have it. Turn that on. That's the little attachment that you can throw on your boat, along with, I think you can get sails, which is the slot next to that in the lower right-hand corner. And the wind, and it's also raining right now, we're starting to get, our wetness is starting to go up. But the wind actually does affect your sailing, because if you sail with the wind, the direction that it's going, you're going to be a lot faster. And I'm guessing if we actually had a sail, it would be even faster. However, if we were going against it, it would be even slower. If you do go against it, it is relatively slower. Like right now, look at how fast we're going when we're going down. You kind of could have seen that there. Going against the wind, not going too well. Right now, no wind really picking up. But it's actually, I think it started hailing. I saw some hail start doing that, so that's kind of horrifying. And you actually could have saw some masts and stuff I think we can throw on. I'm just looking through the nautical stuff real quick, trying to give you guys a quick overview of general clue of what's new. There you see the net, the fishing rod, both of which are going to require spider webs, which I was not able to get during this demo. Otherwise, I would have loved to show that off. So the recipe for anti-venom there, just literally right now while we're sailing, since there's nothing too interesting going on in the sea, trying to show off to the best of my ability all the crafting recipes and whatnot. Using the spyglass a little bit more, just seeing what's up, see if it was worth going in the upper left-hand direction, or the northwest. It was not. Southwest, not really worth it either, not finding any land masses. And we have about 2 uses left with this pure glass slash spyglass, and you can see right now how fast we're going south when we're going with the wind. And if the wind were to pick up again, you could see how much slower we go when we're going against it. You already saw when we were going with it to the south, we're going faster than we are going north with no wind. And here we're using the pure glass again, kind of pointless one there. I guess I wanted to see through the island, but yeah, look at that. You could have seen that there for just a second, but as we were going up with the wind, very, very slow compared to going with no wind, and then going to the wind, going with the wind to your back. So this weather system, very intricate, and will have a lot of effect in the kind of how you have to plan your day and when you should be sailing between islands. You got to make sure you catch a good, good wind, because if you catch a bad one, like right now, it's going to take you a little while to get to the next island, at which point, you know, nighttime might hit, and or even maybe a worse storm. I don't know if there are worse storms and if potentially other stuff starts happening, but now that we're coming down to the last minute of the demo, things, I guess they just kind of tend to get kind of crazy. So I decided, screw it, let's hop off onto this island before we are over. No, not yet. I think I do in a little bit here because I noticed this hail falling down, and I'm just like, hold on. Did that ice just fall down? I'm just like, I think it did. It's like, holy shit. But then it blew away because of the strong winds, and then I see a little bit more down south, and I want to check it out. So we're going to go ahead, head for the ice. I'm just like, oh, we can pick it up. Oh, we can eat it. Look at that. And it does bring up your food a little bit. So kind of, sort of. I never knew ice was nutritious, but apparently eating ice will fill you up. As you can see, our stomach going up a decent chunk. I don't know if we're getting sick from it. I'd honestly expect hydration over it or something, but that means storms aren't necessarily always a bad thing. We're literally taking all of this ice that's just literally food falling from the sky and eating it. However, at this point, lightning starts hitting. I think we actually just got hit by that lightning bolt. It's starting to hit everywhere, and things are just getting crazy for this last 10 seconds. We start attacking a monkey with our machete, but he's getting away, and I'm just like, no, I'm not going to be able to kill the thing. And yeah, things are getting crazy. This storm is getting wicked, out of control, and the demo is over. As the monkey started chasing us, I don't know if they were about to go, if he called his friends and they were about to go crazy on us, because if you notice there were a lot of them coming after us. Like, there were 4 more along with him, and I guess that's my little synopsis, little post-commentary on the gameplay, some of my thoughts and whatnot. Like I said, this is going to be coming out later this year, to my knowledge. Hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on it again or before it releases. Let's kind of fingers crossed for that, but other than that, I will definitely be playing this expansion, because I love me some Don't Starve, and this is going to be a single-player expansion, like I said, at least to my knowledge. Or for now. I'll probably add it to Don't Starve together eventually. But really just super cool, and I cannot wait to jump into this thing again. Like I said, I only got to play 12 minutes of it as a PAX Prime demo. To my knowledge, the first time, and right now the only time it was playable. And I was given the privilege to record it. So, again, just want to give a huge thank you to Klei Entertainment for allowing me to do this. Really appreciate it, because they had to go through a little bit of trouble to set it up, and that's just that means a lot to me that they did do that. So because of it, I was able to get some awesome footage of the game, and hopefully post an awesome video that you guys at home enjoyed. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of Don't Starve Shipwrecked. I am curious, because a lot of you guys, I remember you guys liking the Don't Starve Together series we had going on before, and just Don't Starve in general. I want to hear what you think of this expansion, because I know a good chunk of you guys do like Don't Starve, along with your thoughts on playing it, because I think that I am going to play it, because realistically, it's pretty freaking awesome from the 12 minutes I played, and definitely going to introduce a bunch of new stuff and a bunch of stuff for us to do in a bunch of fresh, super fresh videos. So yeah, and just if you guys are excited for this, you know, maybe hit that like button, show that excitement a little bit. That's what I do. I love hitting that like button. Totally not trying to, yeah. I'm pathetic sometimes. Just kidding. I love you guys so much, but if you could, I would very much so appreciate that. But other than that, that's gonna do it for me. You will be hearing more of this game eventually, but for now, make sure to follow Klei on Twitter for any updates, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more videos out on it soon. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. To my knowledge, the only Don't Starve Shipwrecked video on the internet of 12 minutes of gameplay and dope-ass quality. And sorry that there wasn't any sound. I guess my capture messed up and there was no sound, but hopefully you like the music in the background. Yeah, that's all I can say. I do wish that there was audio. The audio was pretty cool, but sorry about that. Seriously, my bad. But yeah, that's about gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and hopefully I'll see you next time.